guys, I'm Pap Ibrahim Lo. I'm a Senegambian. Right now we're in the Gambia, so I will tell you how I'm related to Senegambia. I was born in a Senegambian family. My mom is Gambian, my father is Senegalese, but I was born in Egypt. And since my return to West Africa, I thought the big fight was to put Senegambia back together, until I started working for Made in Africa and be coordinating given projects, given project in Gambia and Senegal. Then I learned that the fight is bigger than just Senegambia. It's about bringing Africa back to one, and Africa needs its diaspora if that oneness it's ever going to happen.
For Africans, it's RJ Mahdi. We're here in the Gambia, beautiful country just next door to Senegal, and we're linking up with some influential and impactful members of the diaspora here in Gambia, including my friend Shakina Chinudu from the UK, who's now repatriated and living here in the Gambia, and my friend here Puma, who is from Suriname by way of Amsterdam, living here in the Gambia, West Africa. Being from Suriname and then moving to Amsterdam and then ending up here, how did that happen?
I wanted to leave Amsterdam for a while. Like 6 years ago, it started like, because I've always been hailing Africa with, strongly like connected to the Rastafarian principles. I always felt like there needed to come a point that I should stop talking and just do. So that's when I was like, okay, then I need to go where I talk the most about, and just put my money where my mouth is. And then Gambia chose me. So
I like that. Gambia chose you.
Yeah.
That's right. So what about you, Shakina? You from the UK, but your family is back from the Caribbean, correct?
Yes, from Antigua. Well, I was born in the UK, but spent a lot of time in Antigua when I was younger as well. But I came to Gambia in 2005, first trip, and my retirement plans were for Antigua.
Wow.
As soon as I came to Gambia, those plans changed.
And Gambia chose you too.
I said, yeah. But I grew up in a house where we spoke about Africa all the time anyway, so it wasn't new to me, just I hadn't been. But as soon as I came, the first thing to me was like, this is just like Antigua, no different. So I thought I could retire here. So then I started my 12-year exit plan, making sure the children had finished their education, everything like that. And as soon as the last one finished their education,
he was out.
Out.
I heard that.
2017.
Right now, to say the partners Africa need is the diaspora. The diaspora from the Caribbean to North America and Europe, everywhere that we can find a child of African. Africa needs your participation in this right now, because we're in the time where we can't wait for another Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King or Marcus Garvey, Sheikh Ibrahim Niasse. It is a time where we gotta do it, and we need all of us, the whole 1.2 billion Africans. We need their efforts together with the help of the diaspora. Then we can help transform. I mean, it's not just important to change Africa, but if Africa gets where it needs to be, there will be a lot of problems solved for the world and for the rest of the world too.
I think the biggest thing with our involvement here has to do with creating opportunities for locals while we're building economics for our diaspora communities. So it's a mutual trade, right?
Absolutely.
We don't want to just be here taken from and benefiting, and we want to make sure that on both sides there's a mutual benefit.
Absolutely.
because I think us from the diaspora, it's about navigating through a different system that we're not used to. You know, building a house, giving people money, not doing due diligence. And you know, somebody saying, yeah, I could build this, and then it's a mess. They have to knock it down, do it again. That's a waste of money.
For sure.
And people haven't got that money to lose here. So now what I've offered is, as a lawyer, you know, I'll draw up contracts for you. I can manage things for you. I can give you advice on things, how to do things with a bit more due diligence, so you don't lose that money. But also, this working collaboratively is quite important, because I think what we've noticed here is that they haven't made the link between the diaspora and the continent. We are one people, but I think you're from the diaspora, you're completely different to us. That's not the case.
It shouldn't be.
So there's that education to tell them, you know, we are one people.
As you know, we're trying to put back our communities together, the way to put African Americans, build a connection between them and the Africans here. Because if we see it in a perspective where it's just the way they own us in their land and the way they own us in our land, we have to bring back every piece of information that African Americans can help with.
And then we've just launched a citizenship campaign, so that the people from the diaspora, descendants of the enslaved, not just any diasporans, are coming home. And what we're saying is that, one, you should recognize us as African, and two, if you recognize us as African, then we should be part and parcel of the fabric of Africa as well.
That's right.
Does that mean we should be citizens, we should be voting, we should be helping to develop it, we should have passport, we should have everything that somebody on the continent was born with.
That's right.
Not because we were born somewhere else, because we're the same people. Remember, we're only from Suriname, America, and the UK because of something that happened in our history that we didn't choose.
Yeah, we didn't,
we should have been born here by rights. It's not our fault that we were born somewhere else. So we're saying to them, you need to recognize that interruption is not our fault, and when we come home, you need to welcome us.
What I was referring to, like, if one person can have this impact, imagine
if 100 of us,
all the diaspora people that come here, repatriate, and what they're coming with, the amounts of money they're coming with, the businesses they started, it's a big benefit. So it's not that we're just coming to take, we also come with big benefits.
That's right.
And a lot of us have stored up particular skills to bring here to Africa.
Yeah.
Whatever I did in the UK, I was always thinking, how can that be useful in Africa? I'm not doing it unless
Just
it's going
to
to
build,
because that's where I'm going to be living.
And I think that's what we have to collectively be thinking about as members of the diaspora, is really consciously knowing what it is that we've picked up, what types of skills, what types of experiences, what types of technology that we've learned. And sometimes we take it for granted. We think that the things that we know or have learned in the U.S., everybody knows it already, and it's not the case. I think even you were just mentioning about how even the e-commerce thing goes, right? It was the same way for us in Senegal. You know, a lot of people have no idea how to work those types of platforms or how to manage them. So the knowledge that we have in that management mixed with the creative abilities of the locals makes a mutually beneficial partnership. So we have to really be thinking about what resources we can bring, to pair with the locals. So we're going to bring you some more really cool views from here in Gambia. Stay tuned. Africa is for Africans. We're out here in one of the neighborhoods that we're checking out in the Gambia, and this neighborhood is very modern. They chopped it up into about 100 plots of land. Each one has a different house in it. The houses vary in size.
If you look around, you will see the already finished houses with every modern equipment. They used a very simple material to build these houses from top to bottom. If you look over there, you can see that water reserve tank which sits on top of every house here. That will prevent water shortage timing. And if you see around, you can see the bricks, how they set it up.
Modern construction, a nice Spanish tile roof. The neighborhood is very well put together, but what I wanted to show you is how, even though some of the houses are complete and beautifully constructed, you see that they're still working on other houses here to complete the neighborhood. So, you know, people can still actually live in the environment while it's growing. A lot like our development city will be. Obviously, it won't all be built at one time, but, you know, perhaps you can be living comfortably while other folks are coming. As you look down here on the ground, you'll see they are beginning to pave the streets. So again, this is not something that the government is coming out to do. It's not something they're waiting for, but this community itself and its management is paving this street with these nice red bricks. So all the way down the street here, you see where they're doing that. They're also laying in gutter systems, so for professional rainwater runoff. Even as this shrubbery and everything gets landscaped, it'll be able to maintain the water during rainy season. But just as you take a look around, you can see how possible it is to build a very decent modern community right here in Africa. People can be living in that community, thriving in that community while it's still being developed. And this is one of the blueprints that we'll be using to develop our repatriate city. Check out actually one of the sites. Y'all come on in, check it out. You got your security fence here, of course, and all the properties have those. But inside, you see it's a fairly decent sized lot. I would say maybe about 150, 175 square meter plot, maybe a little more. Nice parking space here. Also that same brick cobblestone driveway laid down. You got a full backyard here. You see this homeowner actually has a goat sheep right here. That's going to be dinner soon. But as you see, it's a lot like what we're familiar with in the States. Same type of layout in the home setting, and it shows how it can be comfortable for you. So we're going to keep showing you guys some more examples of what life could be like for you here in West Africa. We'll take you around, show you some more views. But for now, I'm going to step inside, have me a drink. We'll be back in a second. Africa is for Africa.
Not our actual city, but we're just giving you a view of the kind of development that we can bring in the ground here. So if you're looking for an opportunity to come back to Africa, please go find us in our website, madeinafricaproject.com. Every information will be there. Join our investors club, join this community, and let's build Africa together.